Hi, I'm Scott's Case Files, and this is session 8 of Bedlam Hall. And yeah, we're back from a little hiatus. Took a little break because, mental health issues, me berating the staff and the players so much takes its toll, and you just need to take a little time. I get that. So here we are. They lasted longer than I thought they would, and far longer than the actual author of the game thought that they could last. So they were actually way ahead of this power curve here. So anyway, let me go quickly to introduce our players again. So go say hi to Steve. Steve, how you doing? Dandy. And we have Jason.
Hey y'all, guess what? Stay hydrated. I am very, very tired. I've been moving furniture all day.
Like with poetic verse, or
No, with the muscles that are left in my one working arm.
there you go. Well, you're gonna be fine. You'll be fine. Keep hydrated. And of course, we have Philip. Welcome back.
Hydrated.
Thank you. It's good to be back. Oh, it got bigger.
Yeah, that's the 2-quart jug.
Oh wow, yeah, he has multiple
Nice.
levels of hydration. It's quite impressive, actually.
This is just 24 ounces, and this is 22 ounces of tea, chai.
Nice. All right, so let's do the thing. Since we're kind of getting reacquainted with Bedlam Hall after a couple 3 weeks, let's go do the intro movie real quick. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Hold tight.
Have been hiding in, so
we are back.
Our junk is limited.
Philip is talking about, of course, Malbane Manor. There's only so many dark, nasty corners things to be hidden in, etc.
There are only so many. There's about 6,000, but only 6,000.
Fair enough.
And I know them all personally, of course.
Of course. Let's see here. Oh, geez. And through all my research, I realize now that I need to get into Roll20. That's situated for y'all.
Oh, that would actually be a very good thing to do.
Current, I think the only reason you know them intimately is because you're dead, and so you don't have to sleep, and so you can just constantly move about through all of them.
I died, but I got better.
For the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he's doing no more work than he did previously.
Wow. The Umbrella show, Umbrella sales already started, and we haven't actually gotten to the RP yet. All right, well, let's just jump into it. So, yeah. I'm going to say basically, yeah, the morning happens. People are wondering, what's going on. Let's actually say this is a week later. I want the whole family to have contended with the loss of Scarlet and mourn her loss as only they can. Probably by popping her in the plot outback, amongst other things. But yeah, you've kind of noticed that it's like business as usual this week. It's though Scarlet died rather mysteriously, oh, it's right. I take that back. She is gone, right? She's gone. I apologize. The fact that she has been missing for a week is kind of the solemn but not solemn thing going on here. She was fed to the dumbwaiter, I believe. Yes.
Not fed. Sent down to hopefully be taken care of in the least creepy way possible.
Oh, that
She-
absolutely is definitely what happened.
She descended to meet her, the maker.
She's in a better place, right? Or is she? I don't know. All right, yeah. So disappearance. Yeah, again, she was. The entire family knew she was pretty much incapable of taking care of herself. So the fact that she's gone this long is generally a bad sign. If Mr. Reynolds was to check a certain bloody book, he'd probably find that yet another name was crossed off the list, obviously, leaving fewer and fewer in the present crop, if you will. Yeah, tragic.
It's only 2 down, right? Only 2?
Tragic.
Yeah, was it Adam?
Yeah, I think only Adam and Scarlet are dead. Amusingly, I think each character, except for my new one, has been the direct cause of another character's death.
That is correct.
Let's go for the trifecta, huh?
It's not a direct cause. I simply gave him a suggestion. I didn't tell him to go jump down head first or anything.
Oh goodness! All right, so this is as usual. There was a brief, the staff was gathered to do a room by room search for the Lady Scarlet, to no avail. No one was found. And then after that, as the Malbanes tend to do, they move on. They stiff upper lip it into the future, as is their way. So this morning, you basically probably clearing the breakfast table, going about all your various businesses. The butler and the housekeeper, and now the new maid who has survived more than a week. So good job, Stephanie Danker, the maid. I mean,
Must be a keeper.
Yeah, well, yeah. She passed the initiation, basically, which is, surviving a week. Not being driven insane or having a horrible fate befall them. So, yeah. All right. So, so you're clearing things up, and you hear outside there's quite a bit of, there's this sound of, cracking and roaring, and you start to smell burned wood. It's definitely a burning smell that's coming from outside and basically out the front door.
I do not want to have to clean ash off of all the surfaces, so I will go out to look.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, so you were out there. You take a look out, or you actually go outside.
I'll take a look out first. I don't
Okay.
exactly like, wandering around the grounds.
No, definitely not. We never really established if there's windows. I'll say there's like one of those little door windows, the little cage over it, you know. So yeah, as you open that up and you kind of hear past things, you see a figure you probably Mr. Reynolds has met maybe once, um, and it's Electo, Damien's lover from the war. And it's not just Electo; it's a huge freaking bonfire which she during the night has apparently erected and at this morning set aflame. It's it's I have no idea where the wood came from, but it's at least like 8 feet tall. It's just burning. There is I'm going to say there's an actual gypsy Romani like caravan thing. What is it called?
What, a Bardo wagon?
Yeah, wagon right there next to it. And there's looks like there's a really old man sitting on like the steps coming down from the rear entrance of it. And even now there's horses hooked to the front of it to have been pulling it. And she's standing there like with this defiant look on her face, and as you kind of look closer, you see there's all kinds of scratches on the ground that are filled up with like coals from the fire, it seems, maybe something like, again, you can't read it. If it's some kind of alphabet, you're not fluent in it.
Is it raining out?
It's definitely always misting and foggy, so yes, it could be a matter of time before this is nothing but smoking wood, certainly.
Miss Danker, can you see if they need anything? Refreshments, perhaps?
Certainly. Should we fetch the blunderbuss?
No need. She's a member of the household.
Oh, I have not met her, but certainly. And I will go on out into the kind of drizzly gray.
Yeah, you see the same thing. It's she is like a actually somewhat tall woman with jet black hair. She has the typical thing let's call it the stereotypical thing you would think of for like a Romani. They had the flowing skirts and the loose billowing shirts and that kind of thing.
So she herself is also Romani.
If you had to judge by her appearance, probably.
Okay.
What do you do?
So I will, I'll walk up, acting rather familiar, but still trying to be polite. And be like, well, I was wondering when you would show up. Welcome. Do you need any drinks?
First of all, let's serve the house. You've definitely done your bit here.
Okay.
So go ahead and let's see here. Serve the house.
Fortitude.
Yeah, go roll a fortitude. Yeah, you're going.
Nice,
This is definitely above and beyond here. So 7 and 9.
Cool. That's 7.
Cool. Yep. You can either roll with something extra for the remainder of the scene or gain 1 prestige.
Let's do a prestige.
Yeah, prestige is where it's at. All right, +1 prestige. Good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's a question. Does it have to be the end of a session for me to get an advancement? Or can I do it in the middle of a session?
There's so few sessions left that I have no problem with that. More the better.
Cool.
Just let me know when you do it.
I will.
Excellent. Yeah, cool. So yeah, you do this, and she kind of is completely taken aback. This is not what she was expecting as a greeting from the house. generally on her other, happens by, she's been treated very much as a pariah. This is the illegitimate mother, of Damien from the war. Illegitimate woman, not married.
Do I know any of this?
Probably not. Up until now, she hasn't made an appearance at all, so the house would probably be not very much talking about her, except in like short conversations between Damien and others, berating him for, bringing, a lesser-blooded individual into the family in the form of poor little Damien. Or rather, Malachi. Excuse me. Malachi is the child. And
I forgot that Malachi existed.
Yeah, he's been quiet. Which is good or bad, we don't know. She's taken aback, and she's kind of like works her head to the side. I wish to see the coward Damien.
Certainly I shall go fetch him. Forgive me since I have not met you. Is there a name to provide Lord Damien?
Oh, he has more than one mother of his child that lives nearby. Should we form a knitting circle? He'll know.
Forgive me, my lady. I am new, but I shall fetch him forthwith, and I'll bustle my way, kind of pulling my coat a little bit tighter, and scurry inside.
Yeah. So yeah, as you're
I'll pause before I go inside and turn to the old man, and say, "And sir, is there anything that I can fetch for you?"
Yeah, he's been puffing out a pipe the whole time, and very wrinkly old man. He's easily 100 years old. And he's brim of wine.
Certainly. No. Now I will bustle inside.
Horrible weather out there, isn't it? Wipe your feet.
Wipe your feet.
A good reminder. Will you lend us a hand? We need to fetch wine and Lord Damien.
Of course. I'll get the Lord, and you can fetch the wine.
Thank you. I will. Oh, I'll need the key to the wine cellar.
Exactly. Mr. Kern should be about.
Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you. I will set off in search of Mr. Current.
Cool. So Current, what are you doing at this point of the day? I don't think you were at the front of the house before, were you?
No, they haven't really seen me, I think. I think I just having a break, hanging out in the conservatory with nobody else about except for the lovely little ghost girl, and her and I are having a chat.
Oh, what's the chat about?
The one who looked like Alexandrina, but I can't remember her name now.
Sarah, I believe.
Sarah? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like somebody starts like, okay, how did I come back? What's going on? Interspersed with just like straight up questions. It's like, oh, you have a favorite flower. Oh, can you show it to me? And all of that. I mean, part confusion about my state, and part she just seems like a really nice girl.
Yeah, she answers your questions as best she can. She's been around for some time, as she explained. So, like, the fact that you kind of you're still in this state where you may like be cognizant of the fact that you're past, but the spirit hasn't kicked in quite yet, which is why you can't walk through walls or do a whole lot of ghostly things besides see other ghosts at this point. you're kind of in that level 1 of ghosthood at this time, and that bodes good and bad. That might mean that you're in for the long haul, that you're a spirit that's kind of taking its time since it's planning to be around for a while, or it's just a matter of you wanted to be alive so badly and that this is going to be a failed experiment sooner than you think type of situation. She says she's seen both kinds come through the manor over the years.
So I'm just a ghost who still has a great deal of solid matter about me. Does that make me the ghost with the most?
Oh, I've missed your jokes so much.
So figuring out my state, I guess getting a bit of a handle on the spirit world. Still occasionally trying to walk through walls and not being able to. But I'm sure Ghost Sarah knows all the secret passages.
Yeah, she definitely knows a few. Be sure.
I'm pretty sure I've been learning a few more of them that he didn't know from her, and it's like, yes.
Cool.
It's like, oh yeah, so if I come out past it here and you come out of the wall there, we both yell at the same time.
So Stephanie, you come across the conservatory, and you're kind of just going by, checking room to room, looking for Current or where he might be at this point in his day. And at first you hear a conversation. It's like one-sided though, and by kind of like as you kind of get closer, you could swear you hear maybe like the whisper of another side or something, but you're not sure. But by the time you look into the conservatory, Current seems to be talking to himself, kind of in a low voice, off to one side of the conservatory itself. What do you do?
I'm going to say, I'm going to clear my throat and very loudly say, well, I thought there was no rest for the living, but oh, that's right. I apologize. It's Mr. Current, taking his rest. Surely you'll have some time to help me then. In that case, Mr. Current, I'm trying to gain a social advantage over him by referencing a confirmed secret.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, really?
You're stepping straight into all the stuff, and I gotta second here. Oh, right. Oh, innuendo, yes. Thank you so much. Cool. Let's do that. That sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Roll plus secret.
I have one secret over him.
God damn it.
Oh my god. Okay, choose two from the
how's about he loses a prestige? He loses a prestige and I gain a prestige.
Oh. That sounds good. Alright, go for it. Here's the prestige gaining machine already this session. It's impressive. Excellent.
Mr. Current, I need the key to the cellar. We have some company to entertain, and seeing as it's just me and Mr. Reynolds, I could use the key to be able to prepare some drinks for them.
I thought she was going to be the nice one. It's not working out.
Company? I wasn't aware that we were expecting company today. Who has come calling?
Oh, it's Mr. Malachi's mother.
Oh,
and
Alexa
her
is here.
father, probably. Oh, Lecto, that's her name. Good to know.
It's always a delight to see her.
Is it?
Oh, well, yes, because she makes the entire family squirm and fidget at best. And
True story.
and I am more than happy to enjoy that from just behind them, out of sight, out of mind. So
So what do you do?
Electro and I get on. Oh, it's like okay, yeah. Oh, I know exactly what they want. I'll go. Where are they located right
Oh, by the bonfire.
now? Well, I mean, yes, but where is the bonfire?
Oh, it's in front of the house.
Oh, thank goodness! Last time it was in the serpent's privy, and that was problematic. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, certainly. I will fetch one for them and bring it out to them. So, anything else you need?
Perfect. No, I think I'll just come along with you to learn what sort of wine they like for future reference.
Alrighty. Wrap up in here, and then I will whisper to the ghost of Sarah, uh, um, when she's least expecting it, pinch her butt.
Oh my god.
Then turn and begin walking out. Go to the pantry, let myself in. Pick out a bottle of wine that's favored by Grandpapa there he is in that. Grab a few of the very cheap glasses and march on out.
All right. So meanwhile, Mr. Reynolds, where are you going? Where do you find Damien at?
Where would Mr. Damien be at this hour? Let's say, look at my suspicious rooms. I think he's not in the house, but he's gone out, so I have to go get him.
Oh no. Like out where?
Prowling his normal woods.
Oh no. Oh no. Alrighty then. So
I'm a masochist, so I just suggested that, but
all right. So go ahead and let's go onto the grounds. Let's see how you do there first. Then
I steal myself at the back entrance for a second, and
you know what? I'll since you're doing this, I'll let you serve the house first.
does it really matter making 2 bad fortitude rolls versus 1?
It could work out for you. It could work out for you. I'm hoping against hope.
So serve the house first. Okay,
Yeah, you're definitely going above and beyond by doing this.
By even setting a foot outside this horrible, horrible place.
Yeah. Who else will? Oh no!
Horrible.
Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna hold on to that miss for now. How about let's
I was rocked back and forth as I steal up the nerve to leave.
Yeah. Now go on the ground and see how that goes. And then we'll get into what happens here. That's a bad start.
Truly dreadful.
It's a great start.
Oh my god.
Prestige that to make it a 7, so I'm going to do that.
Okay. Spend the prestige. All right. Okay, so out of the grounds, you made a 7, so good job. You at least are in the realm to be able to do so. Even if it took a prestige spend to do, but a good time to do it. So let's see. The master house chooses 1. Your friend's moneyed. Let's see. You fall and trip, gaining 1 trauma. You're slowed down by your careful steps. All right. Let's do this. So you kind of you're doing that thing where you're like right on you're right in the doorway about to go out, and you're like, okay, I'm going. Okay, I'm going. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And then you finally, press yourself out. Next thing you know, one step leads to two, which leads to three. And you're following a looks like a. I mean, you can actually. It doesn't take a trained scout to track Damien through his goings on here.
That's good.
Because that's not you, yes. But it's like it has been raining. It's always raining it to some degree. So there's mud. You're kind of doing your thing, following along. It's like you're trying to do, like, on one hand, it's like it's good to be careful. On the other hand, if you're not speedy, maybe who knows where he could get off to in the time that that passes. That's already passed. It has to be going through your head, and you're kind of speeding along, and you kind of turn one of the corners of the manor, and you are literally, like, I'd say 10 feet away from Damien. You found him. Good job. He is he's like has his back to you. He's completely naked. And as he's on all fours and he's doing something. You can see his head's going right to left, right to left, right to left. And then he kind of
Oh no.
he kind of perks up. And, like, if he had ears, they go whoop. And he kind of does that thing where he slowly turns and turns. And suddenly you're met with the gaze of Damien with this frenzied look in his eyes, and his mouth and his chin and his chest are just covered in blood of something, hopefully, that died quickly. And he starts taking a step, a second step, a third step towards you.
I'm taking slow steps backward. I'm like, I sort of like the view before, but I guess you're wanted at the front of the manor.
He kind of sees your, like, hesitance, and you're like
and I kind of hold my hand. I'm like, perhaps we should get you cleaned up first. Maybe some clothes, perhaps.
So he he kind of you can kind of see that there's that animal brain of his. The yelp, the kind of the yelp of the hyena comes from his throat, and as like, this is weak prey.
Oh no.
So your extended hand is suddenly going to be in his mouth as he knocks you down. You're on your back with, like, your wrist. It's, in fact, I want to say this is mirroring his experience. Your arm is getting gnawed at a bit, and you're gonna end up taking, all told, 2 trauma from this.
Oh no.
What can I do to avoid that? Anything?
I don't know.
You can cry, right?
I can cry. I think I'm gonna have to cry pretty good.
I'm
Because otherwise
not sure
I'll be
who would.
just shy of, well, I'll actually be dead.
I'm not sure he would be able to deflect that on.
That is the point. That is, there's no one to deflect it on. Can you deflect if when you're about to receive trauma, start crying
The
uncontrollably?
gardener
I
is
can negate
technically
it.
a member of staff.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
I can negate it.
Yeah.
And that's a maid thing,
It is
right?
a maid move. The move of a maid.
All right. Let's see
Yes,
here.
you could redirect it at Damien, or perhaps a tree.
Or the gardener.
Or the gardener. Well,
Mm.
let's find out. I'm willing to let
Either
you.
way, I am going to start weeping and wailing at being attacked by a naked man and not in my own direction.
All right, well, roll plus persuasion. Let's see what happens here.
Can hardly be heard over the sound of the rain, but plus persuasion.
Oh, now he rolls.
So that allows it to be negated and redirected.
It is
There you
fully
go.
negated.
All right.
So
Yeah.
does the gardener come to save me?
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Because it's like the move is all about what triggers it, and yes, you actually triggered it. Just because there's not like another actual player character staff doesn't necessarily mean that it's worthless. The intent, of course, is to have it, um, you know, save you and make someone else feel horrible in some fashion, that type of thing. But yeah, so let's see. What are we looking at here? So yeah, you're about to get munched on pretty well. You can kind of see what's coming your way. That look in his eyes, the teeth. There, you can see like little bits of like flesh or fur in there. Even as you know how like when you're in extreme danger, your time dilates, like everything slows down and et cetera, et cetera. Well, that's happening right now.
For Mr. Reynolds.
Yeah. So what does Mr. Reynolds' cry sound like?
I mean, I think it's like a full on like scream of like help, I mean, it has to be tears too. I think that like changes to like a sobbing noise as Damien leaps upon me.
Right. So yeah, this
if it wasn't for the rain, maybe he wets himself. It's really hard to tell, given the weather.
That is fair. So yeah, so you still are on your back. You're on your back. You're about to get chomped down on, and there's this gleam of like, you just see this look in his eye, like hunger, always hungry. Can't ever sate it, but gotta try. And so as you as you find yourself on your back, this thud, which muddies up your clothes, etc. I'll end up taking that one. Right next to you, there's this big pile of like leaves and underbrush, and as you hit and all this commotion happens, all of a sudden the gardener sits up. He's inside it, and it's like he has an actual bottle of what looks like the rottest rot gut in one hand, and let's go. And then he looks over at Damien. Damien just pounces on him. And like right now he has like the bottle in Damien's mouth as Damien tries to outstretch it to take as much in. Like, not the one! Not the one! What are you doing during the scuffle that ensues?
Entering the house through the nearest door. I believe this is a job for someone much more stout than I am.
Do we have such a person?
I think we do.
What is their name?
That'd be Mr. Curran, of course.
Of course.
Stout?
I mean, if anyone can, wrestle, clothe, and bring a naked man to the front of the house looking presentable, it's Mr. Curran. He's the butler.
That is within his domain of skills, granted.
Do you think that I bustle, sir? But
I think I will seek him out hastily.
Okay, are you going to track mud in your own house, on your own floor?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm sure I'll get yelled at by someone, but
All right. So let's go back. Let's go back to Current and Denker. You've gotten the wine. You're both heading out towards the bonfire? Yes.
yeah,
Yes, that's correct.
Cool. So as Current comes out, Electo's demeanor softens a little bit. She looks to you and puts her arms out. It's been too long.
my beautiful lady, you are always a pleasure for tired eyes. And go in for great big hugs.
Yes, she's like, she grasps you, holds you tight, and she's like, "Don't let Mortimer see you. He'll give you the lash."
Well, I mean, I know that, but he's not here. But when he sees you, he'll positively have an apoplexy.
And she has a good laugh at that, and old Grandpa back. Ah!
And it's good to see you as well. I'll give like one of the super deep bows.
And he holds out his hand as if to receive a bottle.
Yes, of course. Yeah. The moment and get the corkscrew out of my pocket, pop the cork out, hand him the bottle and the glass. And it's like, and do you need some wine as well, milady?
She just shakes her head. I'm here for Damien.
Yes, well, I understand he currently being fetched or playing fetch. I'm not sure.
She's of course in on the entire joke, so gets that. Oh, good. Steffi's coming back. So, all right, yeah. So you're all situated. Wine is in the hands of Grandpapa. People are waiting. So, Stephanie, what are you doing as we're kind of hanging out here?
Well, I think I'm fretting over the muddy boots. And kind
of everyone
fluttering about the doorway. Yes. Yeah.
So it doesn't.
Maybe I've actually grabbed a mop and started cleaning a little bit.
Yeah, as you do that, you're kind of like focused on your work, and you're still like in the front hall area, and doesn't take long before you actually run your mop into the feet of Reynolds.
Oh, so you're the one who's been tracking Mr. Reynolds. You should know better.
I have more important things to do at the moment.
Yes. Well, take off your shoes.
After I get Mr. Current.
You can take off your shoes and then go get Mr. Current.
Outside.
I'm not interested in you tracking more mud.
Where is he?
All right. Are you gonna?
Oh, he should be out by the bonfire.
He should be out by the bonfire.
Then I muddily, unless I'm,
Yeah, you're being
coerced.
directed. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I definitely think she's being directed. Or he's being directed. Sorry.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
All right.
Well, then direct away.
Yep.
Mr. Reynolds, This is plus etiquette. Oh, I'm good with etiquette ish. Okay.
Woo! 10. All right. 10 plus. They must follow directive immediately or lose 1 prestige.
You'll pay for this. And I take off my shoes.
You'll pay for this.
And head outside.
And I'm going to gesture with my broom. I'd rather think I already am paying for it.
Be funny. All right, so there comes Kurt. You'll turn around briefly and see Reynolds coming out in stocking feet for some crazy reason.
Mr. Current, a minute, please.
Come to join us.
A minute of your time, please.
A moment, sorry, but apparently somebody wants a minute of my time. Would that be okay? Okay, I'll return forthwith. Now put down my glass and brush myself off and walk over and
I think Jason's bleeding in through your mic also, Steve.
Maybe he needs to be more quiet.
Maybe he does. So yeah,
And
you kind of you turn away from Alexo.
as you can see, I am busy entertaining family.
Or you
What
can
is it you need?
entertain as much as you'd like, but I assume she's here to see Lord Damien, and he is out back and could use a man's assistance.
Has it been a problematic night? Does he need some of the hair of the dog that bit him?
Yes, something like that. Preferably clothing and a good scrubbing. And he positively tried to savage me, and I could have none of it.
As the housekeeper, the one who's showing the things kept clean, why have you come to me with this?
Because you're in charge of the men of the house. So certainly you can take care of Lord Damien.
Men, yes. Pets, no.
Like, are you going to shirk? Are you going to shirk your duty?
I don't know. I think you're trying to shirk your duty right now.
I don't even know if maybe he's trying to direct anybody or just piss everybody off at the moment. I can't figure it out.
Let's be fair. You come with me. We'll do this together.
What's that?
We will do this together.
No, we certainly will not.
After all, one head is better than none.
Oh damn! Umbrella sale is at full force today.
Like, I have to get cleaned up so I can be presentable. Please go take care of Lord Damien now.
Oh damn! Okay, that's definitely a directive staff.
I suppose.
All right, Steve. Roll plus etiquette. I'm sure you have some there. Or unless you're going to acquiesce.
It's only an 8.
All right, they do follow your directives, but get to select one of the following. So let's see. Right. So yeah, you get to pick. Jason, you get to pick. Yeah, you get to pick. You lose one. Yeah. So they automatically. Oh yeah.
I'll just gain the prestige.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that.
Always want to gain the prestige. So
yeah. It's always a good plan.
That brings me back up to 7.
Oh damn! It's time to spend. Spend.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
yes, so as
you
this
better take that footwear off before you enter the house.
Like, I will certainly not walk around in bare feet.
Well, you're certainly not going to walk around in those filthy, muddy things. Are you a trained circus acrobat who can walk on your hands then?
Focus, man. Focus.
I am focusing. This is the first thing before me is your... What possessed you to come out here in your stocking feet in the first place? No, don't even answer. I'm not even going to deign to listen to you. I'm just going to answer. Way back to Electro. It's like, sorry, it seems that somebody needs more than 2 brain cells to serve the house right now, but I will be back.
So, as this commotion is going on outside, Stephanie Danker is just trying to do her damn job. Mopping. And you kind of turn around. Okay, I get it. Reynolds went over here briefly as he skittered around. I gotta get that. And now, as you bring the mop back, you see Master Damien. He's like you as you turn back to where you were looking, you get to see him on all fours, kind of like doing that. Have you ever seen a happy dog prance on all fours? That's what he's doing as he comes towards you, and he is carrying something in his mouth. And he kind of puts it down right at where your bop is, and you see that it's a hand holding an empty liquor bottle. So it's time to ignore the strange, I think. I think that triggers at this point. So go ahead and roll plus composure.
Counts.
7.
Ooh.
You're on fire tonight. So you're distracted. Your action is somewhat compromised and less successful. All right, that's interesting. Cool. All right. So yeah, you can more or less keep it together, but that's still an unidentified hand, very ferociously holding on to the stem of that liquor bottle. And now he looks up to you with this still bloody face.
I'm gonna scratch his head. There's someone here to see you, Lord Damien.
He seems to like the nuzzling. He's like,
I think you could use a bath.
oh my!
Don't you think you could use a bath? Go get in the bath.
All right, let's see. Let's guide their direction. You're a rolling machine tonight. Let's see how you do. It's plus persuasion.
Okay. Oof. I'll spend a prestige to make that a success.
All right, so 7 to 9. They consider a suggestion, but will follow it under conditions as selected by Master House. Let's see here. I'm gonna say that
Hopefully he doesn't.
Yeah, so he's gonna like take that hand in his mouth again and proffer it to you. You have to carry it as you are guiding him to the bath.
Okay, I will take the hand. Has rigor mortis set in? Is it like sealed to this bottle? Or is it very fresh?
It's not that it's rigor mortis. It's like whoever was holding on to that bottle really freaking wanted to hold on to that bottle before they were separated from their digits, so to speak.
Okay, I will be holding the liquor bottle with the tips of my fingers and kind of
the hand is like
carrying the hand away from me. Oh, gross.
Yeah, so he kind of follows you into the nearest I don't know, it wouldn't be a lavatory, it'd be an actual bath room in this case. And basically hops in at your direction and kind of just lays there on his side, scratching himself a little bit, mud and blood coming off as he does so.
This is hardly decent. And do you turn on the faucet? Is that a thing in bathrooms here?
Yeah, turn on a faucet and let her fill up. Put the stopper in. A little rubber stopper.
Would have the 2 separate faucets, one hot water, one cold water.
Yeah, one blazing hot, one freezing cold, nothing between.
Yeah. They don't have the combined faucets like we do now. So.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so you definitely start filling it, and he's laying there. He's kind of content at the moment to, let his stomach settle or whatever, and take in the warmth of the bath. It's rather cold outside, when you don't have any clothes on this weather. So yeah. Yeah, he does the thing. He's there. Cool. Almost like he's falling asleep. Might have to prop his head up so he doesn't drown. Or maybe he drowns.
Yeah, maybe he drowns.
Why should you all murder somebody in the family? I should have stole that one. That'd be like a serve the house failure right there. Whew. Oh god. Speaking of which, yeah, go ahead and serve the house. I definitely think this earns that.
Yes, thank you.
Too funny. 7. You can get that prestige back if you want.
I will take a prestige. Yep, I will take it back.
Excellent. All right. So, yeah, are you gonna like just let him soak there, leave, and inform everybody, or just kind of stay with him at the moment?
I think I will kind of leave and step out of the room and just sort of pull the door to and look around. Presumably, Mr. Current is coming to look for him.
I think, yeah, both of you, did both of you end up coming in, or did you direct Current to specifically come and try to find him?
I directed Current, and Reynolds is going to go change and probably have a drink and probably not come back.
Probably a good idea.
Probably not.
Yeah, Current, it doesn't take you long kind of going through the hallways before you see Denker kind of gingerly standing outside the door to which you know is one of the bathrooms, the actual bath. And you lock eyes for that fateful second. What would you do?
I'm going to briskly walk up to him, hand him just sort of force the hand into his hands and mutter something about how it's not proper and just kind of go away, sort of rubbing my hands.
I'll just take a look at it. Like, is this your idea of giving me a hand?
Oh God, no! You didn't do it. You did.
And then I'm just gonna.
It's rather self-explanatory.
I'll be sure to return the favor later.
Right. And it's still firmly held onto the neck of that bottle, by the way. It's not letting go anytime soon.
I will go and put it down on, one of the many little side tables they have through the holes in that they have various things on, or whatever, bottles down, and a hand is holding onto it, and then I will, go into, obviously the washing chambers that were just vacated, because I assume Damien must be in there.
Yep.
He was apparently outside, so that makes sense.
Yeah, you definitely you walk in and you see Damien in kind of a state of his head propped up on the edge of the tub, his body in there, his face is just bloody, and covered with mud and whatnot. He's definitely been doing his thing for some time. Yeah, his eyes kind of languidly open and look to you, and he seems sated for the moment. Then he kind of like lets his eyes close and like let the hot water start to go over him, and as you kind of get there, you see it's like you could really make use of a skimmer right now, to skim off all the goo and mud that's kind of now floated to the top of the bath as the water slowly flows up his body.
I guess I'll just sort of wait there, essentially kind of at attention, waiting for him until he appears to be more active or something. Yeah, don't have too much to do with him right now, so I'll just wait until he's ready. Make sure he's actually cognizant as a human again.
Yeah, as kind of like I'm gonna say like by the time the bath fills and you probably take up some lye soap or something like that, and start working it a washcloth or something, that's when he kind of like looks over at you. Current, what happened?
I just went for a walk and then decided to have a nap.
Oh, feels like worse than that. Did I do anything bad?
Not that I am aware of.
Lies. Thanks, thank you, Karen. Just give me the cloth and soap. What the? He looks down at himself, like his chest is just the hair in his chest is now taking up the blood, and it's like, oh no, Current, tell me the truth. What happened? What have I done? Who have I harmed?
All I know is that Reynolds told me I need to assist you and that you were around the back of the house. And then just before I got here, I was handed a wine bottle with a hand attached to it, which is outside the room right now. Beyond that, I do not know. I was in the front of the house the whole time.
Wine bottle with hand. You should have led with hand. Hand current. There's a hand?
Yes, and I have two of them. You have two of them. We're great.
Someone doesn't have two of them.
It is my job as a butler to give you a hand with anything you need, so I suppose.
Now's not a time for puns, current. Kind of like he stands up and he's like, he pretty much totters immediately and falls back into the tub, and he's like, just leave the soap and cloth with me. I'll take care of it. Find out whose hand that should belong to.
That might prove a challenge, but as you wish, sir. By the way, out front of the house, you have a visitor who has impugned your honor.
Impugned it how? Do I have to duel them or something? What? Speak plainly. I can't think clearly quite yet.
Electro is mad at you again.
Oh, well, of course she is. Ugh. I should just bring her to the house. Have her live in the manor. Be done with it. Set my family and just do it.
Alrighty.
Leave me be and leave me be. Find out whose hand that belongs to, and tell Electa I'll be with her as soon as I am able.
Very good. So I guess.
Thank you for getting me in the tub, Bernd. I'm sorry I raised my voice.
No, it's quite all right. I would have been agitated were I in a similar state. It's absolutely understandable. As is, here you go, and I shall report back when I find who claims to be the erstwhile owner of said hand, and possibly thus the wine bottle that it is attached to. They may want the wine at this point, but I will be sure to let you know. But yes, Electra and her father have set up the Vardo and a bonfire out in the front of the manor.
Oh, they did the bonfire? Of course they did.
At least it's not in the privy this time, sir.
There's that.
Right.
Yeah, so with that, we'll kind of cut towards, so where did Stephanie go? What was her destination after all this? Oop, you're muted, buddy.
Indeed, I am. Sorry, there's Game of Thrones in the background, so I'm keeping myself muted. I was going to go off to wash my hands and have a good cry.
Probably passing Reynolds, and we'll say somewhere around the servants' hall or something. I would think.
Speaking of the fire in the privy, I think that's I was headed to the servants' privy. I assume to bathe, which is at the back stair, past the rest of the house, inconveniently placed.
As it should be. Yeah, so so Reynolds, you're probably bathing yourself. Your clothes are off in the corner. You'll have to launder them at some point.
So I'm at, the midst of a bubble bath.
Exactly. I'm totally envisioning the bubbles, absolutely. And I'm gonna say it's not too far away here. It's like, and it has that weird Denker accent going on to it. There's, I'm not sure. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and say it's not a complete ugly cry, but yeah, you do hear a breakdown going on. You're in the general same area.
And I'll just shake my head and maybe just start humming to myself to kind of drown it out.
So yeah, Stephanie, you wash your hands, and then you're by the servants' area again. Just kind of get again. Need to get away from it all for just a little bit. Keep it together. Having your cry, washing your hands, probably both at the same time because that'd be amusing. And yeah, you do hear like splashing of water and stuff like that nearby. But otherwise the area is rather quiet. Nothing going on, which is strange. The family must be up and about doing their own thing at the moment.
I'm going to throw open the door to investigate the splashing.
So what song does Reynolds hum?
Given the year, I would have no idea.
Thinking in the bathtub.
I would have no idea.
So yes, but you see the as yet unseen vision of Reynolds in a bubble bath with like the normal the bubbles float up around the hair, probably twisted up and all that kind of good stuff as people do in bubble baths. At least I did. And yeah, this is the scene you see. Like, head back. There's probably like a nice cloth underneath his head so as not to to pat it against the porcelain of the clawed tub.
I crack open an eye. What? Now you want to savage me just like he did? Too exhausted.
I can't speak to what Mr. Current did, but
Savage, ravage.
it's no wonder nothing gets done in this house. Did taking off your shoes wear you out a little bit too much, Mr. Reynolds?
No, I believe being attacked by Lord Damien did. As you, I assume the crying I heard was not tears of joy. What got you all upset?
Well, and I'm kind of studiously keeping my eyes averted because this is now the second man that I've seen in a tub today. Unlike yourself, I'm not used to the male form, and well, Lord Damien needed help with his hand and everything else. So
everything else, I dare say you're taking the place of Miss Croft quite nicely.
I didn't kill him, if that's what you are wondering.
Well, never mind that reference.
You people.
You people.
Well, anyway, I'm thinking of posting for some additional help.
Oh, that'll go over quite well. You should definitely ask Lord Mortimer for that.
He loves paying more people.
You know, Mr. Reynolds, I don't think Lord Mortimer would notice if another one of us showed up. So
that is
perhaps you're right. Maybe you shouldn't be so cold.
Enjoy your bath. I will take care of your duties and Mr. Current's in the meantime.
Good.
not the response that she was expecting.
Getting a bit snarky there.
Excellent. So, is this part of you bowing out of the washroom?
And you hear him start to hum again as he's going to spend some time and try and recuperate and maybe like get his groove back on just a little bit. First
Gotcha.
the murder, then being savaged by Damien. It's been a rough week.
Gotcha. If you're willing to take the potential hit,
Sorry, the accidental poisoning, not
The
the murder.
accidental poisoning. yeah, you would not make a good witness in a court of law at this point.
Perhaps I wouldn't.
So
yes, I'm willing to take the hit to
to take your
try to
time off
recover
and
trauma.
do the trauma recovery. So yeah, we'll call this taking the afternoon off. Which then gives the others the opportunity to use innuendo against you and that kind of good crap. But who cares right now, because you need that trauma gone. So excellent, yes, and the bathtub is the perfect place for it. Filing away. Is there like a Penny Dreadful nearby, or are you just gonna close those little peepers and let the world drift away for a while?
I think he ends up like looking through like a catalog of some sort. Like a mail away catalog. For like goods.
Oh yeah, as there were
Just
so many at that time, actually, yeah.
almost like gratuitously shopping. From the 6-word descriptions of things.
Could have
Right.
absolutely had Penny Dreadfuls. I mean, well, no, they'd still all be in Current's room unless he stole them while he was dead,
It was a
which
good
I
period
wouldn't
of time.
pass you.
Excellent. All right, so as Stephanie Denker is making a not quite hasty retreat from the washroom, leaving Reynolds to take the afternoon off, Current, what is your goal in life at the moment?
Is to identify who's missing a hand. And so to do that, I mean, I would look at the hand, see if I might recognize, who would have heads like that. Otherwise, I will look at the bottle, figure out what it was. I should know who drinks that.
Sure. So as part of this, let's call this. I'm going to say you're serving the house at this point. So let's go ahead and serve the house. You're investigating where a freaking hand is coming from. This, I think, this definitely qualifies you. So go ahead and roll plus fortitude.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, I did not serve the house.
All right. So you do recognize, like, there are clues here if your logical mind is able to put them together. I'll let Current decide. The hands are calloused beyond calloused. The hand is deeply ingrained with mud and dirt that probably has been washed off in forever. There's dirt under the fingernails, and they're longer and unkempt, kind of jagged. The bottle itself is an empty bottle of, again, it's the worst, the rottest of rot gut that you could possibly buy for 4 pennies at the local market. It likely would make you blind, likely, and that kind of thing.
So, all of these clues, and with my mighty roll of a 5, I can definitely put these all together. Look at it, and my face will light up with a smile. It's like, you think you can avoid notice, Miss Props, but I know you're bad. And I will proceed down the hallway to get that battle axe I like.
The battle axe. Current is taking 0 chances.
Yeah, clearly that's who it is. It's like, I've got a hand up over you this time. It's not going to go the same way.
I'll allow you that one. That's totally acceptable. Yeah, I'm going to say that likely Kurt has been maintaining this battle axe like for future use.
Oh, it's his favorite now, definitely. Yeah,
gets a little extra polishing. Just run the whetstone along its edge. A few times a day.
Several of the edge weapons in the hall are getting maintained now. But also, at least one of the pistols and that blunderbuss.
Nice, yeah, which has become Stephanie Denker's blunderbuss, the Denkerbluss, as it will become known, I'm sure.
But and the one pistol that I will go and stick into my belt if I feel that I need it. I will tell you this: being dead changes a man.
And plus they're more, more on the lookout for revenge. That's kind of the ghost thing to do.
And so, yeah, no, I'll grab this pistol. It's like it's definitely like one of those antique, single shot, like pirate type pistol.
For sure.
And I've got this axe. And I'm gonna head back out front to see Electo in that.
Yeah, she takes a look at you and is a bit taken aback. Grandpa is already drinking your wine and could care less about the rest of the world. She sees you like, Current, what are you doing?
Oh, this little thing. Oh, you don't need to worry about that. It's just a previous employee here. It's Ruby Croft, is a chauffeur, and her and I had a small disagreement, and it appears from what I've been able to piece together, she might be back and lurking around the ground, and so I mean, the argument is unfinished, but I do intend to have the final word.
With all that gear, you shall.
It was quite a difference of opinion. I had the opinion that I was going to continue living, and Miss Croft differed in that opinion.
But are you well, Current?
I got better.
On that note, we're at our halfway point, so let's take our 10-minute break. And when we come back, we'll find out how this all turns out. And is Ruby Croft hunted down? Does he finally get his revenge? But yeah. So let's take our 10-minute break. We'll be right back and continue from there. See you shortly.
All right.
All right. We just got told to get off of Jason's lawn, so we're going to do that.
Nice.
Yeah, but Electo is welcome on the lawn all the
time. Fair enough. All right. So let's transition. So it'll be, let's say, evening. We've come to evening. The staff is kind of gathered around the dinner table as dinner has been served. The entire family is, including Damien, are seated there. Next to Damien is, of course, Electo, which just doesn't happen. This is like the first time any of you have seen her at the family dinner table with the family. And it is like one of those uncomfortable, quiet ones where just the kids are talking because they don't quite get that this is supposed to be uncomfortable. So you have Alexander, Alexandrina, Malachi, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, Malachi are all kind of conversing and getting, mean looks from the adults who would rather they share their consternation with the whole situation, etc. And of course, it's not much better for the help, since you're supposed to be, seen but not heard, generally speaking. But you just finished off bringing out like the last course, and people have made it known, besides the children, that they aren't interested in the dessert course of the show. They make the various comments. Oh, I've just lost my appetite for it. Anything sweet, something stupid like that. Where like, it's like just something to say to show extra, disdain for Electo's presence. And she's as she is not a member of the family proper. She shows it. Her manners are horrid as compared to what the standards are at the table generally. Chews with her mouth open. She doesn't use the right the shrimp fork for the shrimp. That kind of thing. She may have sipped the finger bowl, slightly, that type of thing. and her, of course, her the napkin is tucked in. And it's at this point, like, if this was a TV show, the camera would have get panned across the entire group and then stopped at her as like the far right as it's panning towards her, and then it goes just a little farther and there's Grandpapa. He just has like the bottle in his hand, and a bottle of wine, and it's actually a good bottle, and he's just smiling his nearly toothless smile. His plates, like, just totally clean. Used one utensil for the whole thing. And yeah, it's just from the Malbanes' point of view, it's this scene of such horror. They themselves have to ignore the strange at this point. So it's like this is their horror show going on right now.
And I am watching this in delight because all the adults are frowning and squirming, and people are comfortable, and the kids, who I adore, are utterly oblivious.
Yeah, they're in fact, at one point they're like, they were like tossing grapes at Grandpapa. He would catch them in his mouth, type of thing. Again, the worst decorum possible. There was near fainting going on at one end of the table, that kind of thing.
I'm going to lean over and say to Current, "Isn't it a lovely vision of the future?"
It's definitely a sight to behold.
So, Reynolds is Reynolds serving right now, or is he?
Yeah,
still...
I think he's back.
Okay.
He had enough time to recover from the trials of the outdoors.
Fair enough. Yeah, so you probably Current is flanked on either side by Reynolds and Denker. That sounds like the best cop buddy show I've ever heard of. Reynolds and Denker this week on NBC, 8:00. And they're badasses too, you can tell. But be that as it may, oh, that's another game. Now we have to have the buddy cop game. I'm sorry,
buddy cop game.
Yep. All right. So so there's this point of silence right as dessert arrives for the kids, and you're the three of you are distributing what's some kind of cherry pie type of compote type of thing. And the kids are just, again, completely oblivious, completely loving that they get dessert, and they probably get extra helpings of it because no one else wants any. And of course, you always get a full, service for the family whenever your little cart comes up from the dumbwaiter. So waste not, want not, of course. And so at one point, Damien clears his throat, and he kind of looks around, takes everybody in, and like, I would like to announce that I am marrying the mother of my child. And there is a feint. Delilah is just, ooh, chastity. I'm not sorry, not chastity. What do you call it? Peyton. Yeah, Delilah and Peyton just totally just.
I'll just look straight at Dana and go, "Very good, sir. Have you decided a date
yet?" Mortimer is at the head of the table. He actually holds up a hand. Not so fast, Current. There comes and he kind of turns on. There comes a point where you serve too well. He kind of scowls at you for a second, and I'll have none of this. My son isn't marrying a simple gypsy girl. And she just kind of looks at him with this look of like fiery anger. There's nothing simple about me, father. just to twist that knife in there. And you can see he pounds the table and stands up. This is more emotion from Mortimer Malbane, like animated emotion, than you've probably seen in a very long time, if ever. Definitely the first for Stephanie. And yeah, he pounds the table. He stands up. You will obey your father. And Damien's like, well, father, I braved greater horrors than you in the war, and I'm here to tell you that I'll face your wrath, even if you disown me. But the fact is, it's time that I married the mother of my child and made an honest woman of her, as they say.
Current has been slowly, quietly inching towards the doorway, where he left the axe just outside the doorway, around the corner, out of sight, just in case.
Oh my god, I don't even know where that's going, and it's great. Yeah, so yeah, this kind of back and forth goes on for a while, and the meal ends with the kids rather happy and kind of, again, they think, oh my god, a wedding. What kid doesn't think a wedding is the most awesome party type thing ever, you know? Like, oh, I want to be the flower girl. I want to hold the rings, and they're already trying to put themselves in the wedding. And Electo actually is also rather enamored with the children, and like they're though Alexander and Alexandrina tend to kind of come, they're getting indoctrinated. They're not quite enough there where this is not seen as like a horrible event that's about to happen. So the meal breaks up, and as the three of you are clearing things, Electo actually follows you into the kitchen, something that rarely happens, for members of the household.
Did we forget to provide you something, Lady Electo?
He's like, not at all. I'm just bringing the bottle my father drank from. I'm sure you don't want to serve it again. And it's nearly empty. He likes to think he's leaving a little for, the fairy folk or something, but...
Well, a worthwhile tradition, if not entirely necessary. Thank you very much.
So,
anything else I may assist you with?
Well, I was wondering where I can help. If I'm to be Master Damien's wife, I need to act in a wifely manner.
Precisely. Will you be staying with him, or should we prepare other quarters for you? I mean, you'll have the same duties, of course, as all of the other ladies of the household, which is to say none.
She kind of cocks her head and is like, but I am a real wife. So yes, for the time being, I would very much like a separate room to keep what sanctity we have here before the ceremony itself. But I'm a Romani wife, and I won't be twiddling my thumbs while others take care of my husband. It's utterly preposterous.
Lady Electo, I certainly understand the desire to perhaps upend certain proprieties. However, one must keep up appearances for the time being. You're welcome to change the order however you would like if one day you are lady of the house. But for now, perhaps it would be best not to step too much on the toes of your new in-laws.
Ooh. She kind of faces her feet towards Stephanie as she speaks, and another woman that speaks her mind. I like it. I don't like the words coming from your mouth, I'll have to say, but you speak your mind, and I admire that. It's not often seen in this household, I dare say.
On the contrary, I have the opinion that there are possibly a few feet that need stepping on. I mean, I am always of service, but perhaps if feet are stepped upon, they won't be constantly treading upon myself, or even you, Mr. Reynolds. Things have been a bit oppressive as of late. A new smile, some sunshine in the house. It can't hurt.
Yeah,
No.
she'll be like, well, thank you, Current. That's at least I have a place in the house. I don't want to ruffle so many feathers that the house is in shambles and causes you difficulties. I just don't understand what a wife is to do if not take care of her husband.
Among the upper class, the primary purpose of life, as far as I've been able to see, is to be a pretty bauble that the husband can show off as another one of his great conquests, along with, hunting trophies and a very large bank balance, it seems. But why don't you tell me, where do your talents lie?
She kind of,
What?
as Current talks, it's like a rarity that she seems like angry with him, but you can see his fire building under her as she kind of puffs out her chest. I am no one's trophy, I'll have you know. I won't be displayed, I won't be paraded.
And that is why I've always gotten along better with you than with Master Bane.
She
But
looks around. Can I at least would you get in my way if I was to fix my future husband some tea to help him sleep tonight? Or would that be an affront to your jobs?
I would be.
I don't believe that's anyone's job.
It generally just falls to whoever's in the room when somebody wants tea. But absolutely. Sure, I'll take her around. I'll show her like where the tea set is and the cabinet where we keep the 14 kinds of tea from different estates in India and all of that. And is there anything else you might be needing?
Nope. I know where to find it all. I have what I need. And she goes over to like the oven to start heating up the water. You're taking the hot water from the tap and going from there. And she looks around and says, I apologize for my presence. Again, I know that the best way forward for myself and Damien and Malachi is for us to be wed, but I don't know how to be this kind of wife that the rest of the family wants me to be, and I don't want to be such a good wife that any of you find your way out of employment.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be able to. Everything will be fine. Love, after all, finds a way.
I'm the seventh daughter of a seventh daughter, so I've done my share of laundry and cooking and child caring and everything you can imagine. Taking care of wounds, small and large. I'll stand every way.
Yeah.
You're hardworking folk, and that is without doubt. But I've got to find a way to be a good wife.
To me, the
Well,
desire to already proves that you are.
Aw.
What was Stephanie saying?
Oh, well, Miss Electo, judging from some of what I've seen of your future husband's affliction, you'll have your hands very full without any need for housework.
She kind of frowns at that. Decides you can see she wants to say something, but she decides better, and just goes to preparing the tea. You do see her put there's the tea little holder thing for the loot. You put loose tea in. She puts that in, and you do see that she makes no effort to hide the fact that she takes out a cloth pouch and puts in the tea ball some leaves of her own, along with what she was given. And once it's ready, dunks it in, takes it up on a tray with some sugar and milk, and that's the last you see of her for the evening.
And before, as Mr. Reynolds is gathering, things to, take up to her new quarters, he will pass by Miss Danker and says, "Well, and I'm sure you saw that she won't have her hands full just with his affliction." And, he goes upstairs with her things.
We'll go and I'll prepare a room for Papa as well.
Excellent. More than enough to go around.
Unless he prefers to stay in the Vardo at the front lawn.
No, he seems fine with the creature comforts that are offered by the staff. Cool. Anything else before we continue to a different scene?
I would like to spend a prestige to get a suspicion about Reynolds.
Interesting. No, I forget. Can you actually specify who you're getting it about? Or is it just a suspicion?
I think we have always thought that, but that's not actually how we've how it's worked. Is that I believe when you gain a suspicion, it's a suspicion, but not necessarily specified to the person.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Let's see here.
Although we can certainly do it that way too.
Yeah, well, let's do this. So yeah, spend your prestige, and I will give you one shortly in chat.
Sounds good.
Or DM or whatever. Oh, and of course I forgot my phone to do so. All right, we will get you that suspicion soon.
Yeah, when a member of the staff decides to spend a prestige to gain a suspicion, the Master of the House provides a simple description of the circumstances surrounding another person's secret or trouble, either by writing it out in secret or describing it out loud to the sample. Although suspicious circumstances are truthful, they do not specifically indicate which staff member or family member is being referenced or all of the surrounding details. So you would gain suspicion, some information about a secret, but you're not necessarily sure whose secret.
So do you still want to spend the prestige?
Have we done that differently in the past?
I don't think we have, but I think in Direct the Staff, you can get it specifically a suspicion about someone's secrets.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is.
And then,
I think I'm gonna hold on to my prestige then.
Okay.
And then confirmed suspicion, you can get specifically a suspicion about someone's secrets.
Cool.
Okay.
And just for purposes of the stream, what was the advance you took for Stephanie?
Well, I was wanting to take the additional help advance.
Sure. I have no idea what that is offhand, but what does it do?
Literally,
that's the one that. Yeah, I get an assistant that will follow my basic commands.
Ooh, that's cool.
It's one of the cook moves.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's do that.
I wasn't joking when I told Reynolds I was going to hire somebody.
All right, that's awesome. Let me just check that out. That's like a cool one actually. Let's see. Yeah, one of the negatives of the Bedlam Hall PDF is a lack of bookmarks. That'd be so cool. So give me a second. I just want to get a look at it. But yeah, actually, those would be a maid type character, like just someone specifically assist you, right? So it'd be
Yes.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. I'll have you name him. What's this person's name? They're probably gonna do
Rufus.
Rufus. All right.
Mhm.
So you the next morning, all of you will actually wake up and start the morning routine, and then you'll notice that there's another individual that's helping Stephanie out, kind of doing her thing. What does Rufus look like?
Rufus is gangly and has light hair and kind of too big a nose.
So not the attractive maid, but
No.
yes, more of a lifter and of things. It sounds like.
Yeah, basically somebody to pick up on the slack for the housekeeper and butler, who seem to like to loaf in the conservatory and in the bathtub.
Oh my. So yeah, so you're doing your thing, and apparently yes, it's a bit weird because apparently this person is completely accepted by Stephanie as she's doing her thing, and as you're like preparing, the breakfast service, and he kind of sees the two of you watching him, and he turns, sir, can I help you?
Yes, who are you and what do you think you're doing?
Well, my name is Rufus, sir, and I answered the ad posted from Malbane Manor. I'm to assist Miss Danker.
Oh, I see.
And I'll tell you right now, sir, I'm a hard worker. The listing specifically says hard worker to pick up for lack of assistance from other staff members. And I'm not a big I don't loaf around. I don't sleep on the job, sir. You'll find that I work very hard, and I'll do my very best around the manor, sir. And as a
Mr.
bonus,
Current, would you like to handle
I'm-
this?
as a bonus, Stephanie never has to direct Rufus. She's literally his boss.
I'm sure Mr. Reynolds is very happy with you. After all, he approved the ad, and you're being hired personally.
Oh, he actually did, I suppose. God damn it. And he extends a hand to First Reynolds. Rufus, sir. Just call me Rufus. What may I call you, sir?
Mr. Reynolds.
Mr. Reynolds, sir, yes.
Was I unconscious for a period of time, Miss Dunker? Did you take advantage of me in the bath?
Oh,
Certainly
my-
didn't
my
do
sir.
any of
You
these
seem-
things.
Mr. Reynolds, you seem to be the only one who has any knowledge of anything going on with taking advantage of people in the baths, as you keep trying to clumsily insinuate.
Oh, damn. Is that some innuendo we're running here?
Yeah, let's do it. That's innuendo.
All right.
Meanwhile, obviously, this is somewhere on the household accounting ledgers I take care of, but obviously was labeled as something more innocuous for it to just slip past.
Yeah, like yeah. What would the innocuous thing be like? Something to do with like a new appliance or something like that.
Yeah, additional cleaning supplies.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
And I didn't really pay attention to the amount, just like, oh, yeah, no problem, check.
All right, let's see here.
I got a partial success for dropping innuendo.
All right. What do you want to do?
How about lose a prestige?
Uh-oh. All right, go ahead and lose a prestige. Mr. Reynolds. And with that, Rufus extends his hand to Current. So, sir, my name's Rufus. What can I call you? Current's like, it's just frozen.
That's kind of blank. Rufus, is it? Aren't you a bit young to be around here?
No, sir. I'm just a man looking for honest wages.
Well, you've come to the wrong place.
You got to the wrong place. That is the worst HR first meeting I've ever heard of in my life.
I see. I am Mr. Current. I am the butler of Malbane Manor, and all staff report to me. So, what exactly is it you are looking forward to doing here? Yeah.
I'm just looking to do hard work, sir. My understanding is to assist Ms. Danker in anything she needs.
Ah, okay, yes. That makes perfect sense. All right. And I bet you're eager to get to work, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. I'm itching to get to it. There's so much to learn about the house. It's so big. I've never been in such a big place before. But yes. I really wanted to get to work. I have things I need to do. I need these wages badly. So I assure you, I'll earn them every single day.
All right. No, it's been unfortunate, but actually the servants' hall down that way has been neglected a bit in the upkeep of the house as other things have been their attention. So if you just go over there, you'll find a mop and a bucket, you'll get some water and some soap. And be sure to give the servants' hall a thorough mopping and cleaning. We want to see your absolute best performance if we're going to be able to keep you on here, right?
So with that, he kind of takes it all in, and he looks over at Denker, like, he's taking his orders from Denker.
Great. Isn't that right, Denker?
Well, I
After
don't
all,
see any problem with that.
don't you agree that the
Mr.
bloodstains should be dealt with?
Go ahead, Denker.
You said that to Reynolds?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bloodstains should be on the floor, should be dealt with, should they not?
You're clearly in charge of all the male staff. That's in your role and responsibilities. I'll let you handle it from here.
Excellent.
I'll say, well, Mr. Current, as long as Rufus and I are stepping outside of our normal duties, perhaps you'd like to lend us a hand in cleaning up the staff's quarters.
Oh my! Are you trying to direct him as
when I serve the house, I ask someone to help me and roll plus persuasion.
All right, go for it. Oh my goodness, so wrong. I'm so right.
And I think I'll spend a prestige to make that.
Oh wow, there's a lot of prestige spending for these. All right, so it's partial success. What does that get you?
Let's find out.
Let's find out. Actually, I forgot. I did put the maid stuff up here. So let's. And which one is that? Oh, can you lend us a hand?
Can you lend us a hand?
Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah.
So I get to choose one on a partial success.
So they
I
let's see
gain
here.
an extra prestige if I'm successful.
If a partial success, they will help you and choose one.
Yeah, so I think he gets to choose it. Let's take another look at this.
Kind of the way it's worded.
Yeah, with full success, they help you,
Really?
and you may choose two. With a partial success, they help you and choose one.
Oh, so that's not a typo. I don't get to choose.
Yeah.
For the full, you do. It looks like.
Yeah, it seems kind of weird.
That's weird.
It's kind of weirdly worded.
But
That's strange. Or is there clarification in the book?
It seems like it should be that you're choosing the one,
I suppose, yeah.
mm,
Let's see.
not
yeah.
not the target.
it also
Yeah.
makes sense that the target does it because they're all beneficial. So,
Right, but some would be like you both you gain an extra prestige. That wouldn't make sense if someone else was choosing it.
yeah.
Right.
But,
Right, so-
but you know, if you both get prestige for the effort, I would definitely go for it.
yeah. So let's say that it is a choose that Stephanie gets to choose even on the partial. I suppose that does make more sense.
Cool.
So what do you choose?
I would like to gain an extra prestige if successful.
All right. All right. So cool.
Which basically evens itself out.
Kind of does. Yeah, I suppose actually it does. So okay, great. Gain that prestige.
Well, you still have to roll to serve the house, don't you?
I think I have to roll to serve the house.
You're totally right. Thank you. All right. So
Okay, the word "you" is present in the main rule book.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
cool.
That's weird that it got left out there. Yeah, with the partial success, they help you, and you may choose one. So
cool. All right. So this is maybe a prestige gainer. So on a 7 and 9, you either roll with something extra for the remainder of the scene, or gain 1 prestige. And either way, you get 1 prestige from your other.
A prestige.
Yeah, and you're choosing the gain prestige.
Which means I get 2 prestige.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
So,
thank you, by the way.
I get a prestige for putting Current in his place.
As you should. Thank you, Jason, by the way, for the clarification.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so the 3 of you are all down in doing the thing, mopping up, mopping, and yeah. And true to his word, Rufus is working hard. He's just doing, not stopping at all. When it's time for like a quick break or tea time, he basically says he'll finish up. He's happy to finish up and take things. So excellent. Let's see how long Rufus lasts. We don't know. So cool. So yeah, after breakfast service and everything, and the whole mopping with Rufus. That's another TV show. Mopping with Rufus. It's like a relaxing thing, like the what's his face's painting show. Yeah, we're just gonna mop right over here. We just mop up the water. A relaxing little mop back and forth. But yeah. So the next morning, there's more. You can, each of you, no matter where you are in the manor, you can hear arguments happening. There's like between this person and that person, this adult family member and that adult family member, groups of them in various rooms, and you can tell it's all about the idea of one of their own marrying a freaking gypsy. This is in the book of horrors for the Malbane family. Marrying a gypsy is like in the top 5. Marrying super poor ranks just above that.
Copies on them.
So yeah, you kind of go about your day. You do see like what's her name? Yeah, Alexa. She is Electo, excuse me, Alexa. I've been doing too much Amazon Alexa stuff. So yeah, Electo is seen around the house, mostly spending time with Damien and helping him out. It seems like when he has his troubles to the level that he was at, it always takes a little while for him to recover. So she's tending to him. She's been getting him tea and soup all day. And it looks like she's actually been going like on the grounds and like picking mushrooms and stuff for her soups, and she's making like a broth. Somehow she killed like a goose or something, I'll say like the blunderbuss has been like, obviously discharged and in need of a cleaning. But she seems like she's a go-getting gal, and yeah, she's making stuff from scratch. She won't touch that dumbwaiter. In fact, you can see she's like hesitant to even get near it. Like she can sense it. It's not a good thing.
Smart lass.
Yeah, but she'll kind of basically stay out of your way. You can tell that she's, she appreciates the hard work in person. So it's like she doesn't want to get in your way and mess up your day or get you yelled at. Or, like, obviously she isn't serving anyone else but Damien. But on the same token, she's not interested in letting any of you serve Damien either. She is trying to take on that role. However out of place it may be in the Malbane household.
Does that extend to Malachi?
Yes. In fact, now that she's in the house, I'm going to say that she's basically in her room. She's had Malachi's bed moved in there, so that they're in the same room, and she does tend to him, and he actually gets a little more, FaceTime with like adults than he's had in quite some time. You actually do see her even kind of playing around with some of the other kids, Alexandrina, and she like, you can see her like chasing kids through corridors and stuff like this. Again, this is completely out of place in this household. Even the help wouldn't do that. It's like that's going too far in serving the house. So it's out of place, but she seems to be like not giving a shit about literally what anybody else in the house has to think about her, and she's just going to be who she needs to be. In this household and in this day and age is weird, but go girl type of thing. But yeah, she literally won't. If she sees you like coming towards Damien's room with a tray of anything, she will literally snatch it from your hand without explanation and take it to him and that kind of thing. Otherwise, let's see here. Who's doing what? Pick one job you want to get done today. Like what's your one big chore for the day?
I think I'm giving the Great Hall, a thorough dusting, knowing that eventually it's going to have to hold wedding guests.
Oh wow, good point.
Like, there's going to be people here, whether they wanted them or not. So,
right, okay. So giving that a thorough cleaning, excellent. Mr. Current, how about you?
The sudden appearance of Rufus, I'm definitely. Today's a good day to go over all the household accounts for the month. Make sure that everything is in line.
Not a weirdly large bill for cleaning supplies or anything like that anymore.
Yeah, and otherwise, it's probably a good day to maintain the weapons, sharpen them up, and everything.
Yeah, I can.
About once a week.
Yeah, it's like I can imagine you're doing, do check a ledger, clean a blunderbuss, check a ledger, sharpen the battle axe. It's a good day.
Yeah, well, you got to do something to keep yourself busy.
Excellent. How about Stephanie and Rufus? What's your thing for today?
I think we're going to make sure the bedrooms are shipshape and clean the secret passages that come off the bedrooms, at least the ones that we know about.
Yeah, which ones does
just
Stephanie
make
know
sure
about?
that the bedroom is nice and maintained. Whichever ones. We went through one to the library.
Was that with Stephanie?
Was Stephanie the one who was sneezing, or was that?
No,
Ruby? Stephanie was not the one who was sneezing. Ruby was the one who was sneezing because she hurt. Name. Dead guy. You.
Dead
Sorry,
guy.
Jason. Don't remember. Current.
Dead guy.
Current. All I could think of was Carson.
I'm gonna change his nameplate right now from Butler to Dead Guy. Oh my god, that's horrible. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. So yeah, so you'll
Okay.
keep
Then I
keep
guess
the okay.
yeah, essentially cleaning the bedrooms, and I suppose looking for secret passages. As we're cleaning things, we're kind of much more up close and personal with like the walls and the paneling and stuff than normal, and anything that we find Rufus has been instructed to tell me about. So we're just basically looking for secret passages and trying to make them nice and clean and
Okay.
passable.
All right, that sounds like you're doing like a. It almost sounds like an everything in its place. We don't do too many of those, so why don't you roll plus etiquette?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, so let's do an everything in its place, and we can, with the right questions asked, that might be possible.
All right. That's an 8.
Okay, so special success. So ask 1.
Well, I guess, is there another exit in this room?
Okay. Which room
And
are
we'll
you?
say that this is in. Yeah, let's. Um. Let's say Lord Mortimer's.
Cool, good choice. Yeah, so let's say yeah, so you and Rufus are just going, it's stem to stern. He's like literally, scrubbing the walls, cleaning the wallpaper. It's probably, there's probably that dinge that just gets on the walls in a house like this no matter what. There is like, like that the furnace or whatever is not necessarily clean, and there is a bit of dust in the air and that kind of thing. So yeah, he's pretty much like scrubbing the walls from stem to stern, bringing a little, you kind of notice that little brighter color as he does this thing on a given wall. And I'll say that there's this point right right behind the full length mirror that's in there. As he's kind of scrubbing it, you kind of notice, well, that's weird. The the water is kind of forming like a rivulet around this area, like it's not, one big piece of paper, like it's cut and that kind of thing.
Hmm.
What do you do?
Well, I will probe about for a way to open this. I mean, if it's behind the mirror, I assume that there's some sort of like catch at the ground, maybe?
Okay.
Some sort of like little thing that you can push in with your foot or pull out with your foot to open it.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you definitely, you kind of see what's going on here. I'm gonna say, like, as you kind of are, you're trying to you like push the mirror forward to get get it out of your way to give you some space, and that action, you see a little slide in like the floor joist, or the floorboard rather, excuse me. As you push it, and there's this little click, opens a little bit.
Nice. Well, Rufus, let's go down this passage. Or let's at least go behind this wall and see if there is a passage.
He's like, Miss Danker, should we be doing this?
An important part of serving the house is that we must be as swift and immediately available as required. And passages such as these are, from my understanding, an important part of that.
As you say, Miss Danker, let's go. And he kind of leads the way, just because that's what he does. Hardworking Rufus. All right.
Gotta love Rufus.
Yeah, we do. Got to put a pin in that. So Reynolds, you're cleaning the main hall, and I'm gonna say, like, you're kind of doing your thing, and you hear the clap, 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 clap. You turn around, and there is a perfectly groomed Petunia.
Lady Petunia, you're looking lovely this afternoon. Are there any fresh flowers I can get you?
Yeah. This is a thing. Clop, clop. Walks towards you a little bit. Clop, clop. Kind of starts walking perpendicular to you, giving you the mean old side eye. Clop, clop. And just
You
kind
know,
of like
maintain turn to face.
you can see, like, so she maintains that side eye with you as she kind of reaches her, teeth up onto like one of the nearby like side tables and takes like a book in her teeth and like noses it open and starts eating pages and kind of like moves the book so she can look at you as she's eating the book.
Excellent choice.
And you can see like this could be you. You're the book.
And it has been. Like, is there anything you require?
She doesn't say anything. The trouble isn't there yet.
Which is good, because I don't think she's actually said anything to me, has it? Or was it Current or Croft?
Oh, I think it was Croft. She's only spoken to Croft. But yeah, so she actually takes
I do not expect any words.
Yes. She kind of takes a couple steps and then just lets it go, poops on what the remains of the book, and then just walks off as if nothing at all here happened.
You see, Reynolds just take a moment to center himself, and he'll proceed to get something to clean up the mess
Excellent.
before
Cool.
returning back to his dusting.
And you hear Alexandrina down the hall. Where's Petunia at? I can't find Petunia.
Like, she went towards the parlor.
Oh, is that you, Reynolds? She kind of sticks her head into the great hall.
It is Miss Alexandrina.
Where's she about? Oh, she went poo. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was brushing up on her philosophy, and then was headed down the hall there.
Well, she wasn't mean to you, was she? I've been telling her not to be mean to you.
And you've done a fantastic job. She did not even attempt to assault me.
Well, baby steps is what my father would say. And she like takes off running as children do, trying to find the errant mini pony. Definitely dodging the poo pile. The pile. Yes, excellent. So yes, so Current, you're doing your thing, kind of keeping the books and whatnot. Bartholomew walks in, which is weird because you've never had a family member in this office. This is totally like below them to even acknowledge that this place exists. As far as the family is generally concerned, this place works by magic, both financially and mechanically, so to speak. And that's the way the staff is paid to make it seem. But yeah, so Bartholomew walks in and says, "Current, I need a word."
Yes, sir. What would it be?
So I'm looking for room in the budget. What do we have in petty cash? What's to spare?
No, excellent budget here. What is it that you would be needing funds for? Perhaps I'd be able to order it in from town.
Well, we're going to pay the gypsy girl off so she leaves my brother and we never have to see her ever again.
Ah, okay.
10 pounds? Do we have 10 pounds? Enough for that kind of riffraff, I would think.
Yes, actually, yes, 10 pounds. Can you please hold on a second, and I'll go and rummage into one of the things and come back and hand him a 10-pound note.
He kind of holds it up as if maybe you're forging it or something. Good man, Current.
Will that be all?
Like, what do you think it would take for us to send the boy with her as well? Another £5?
Boy, the boy, um, the boy apparently is an employee, and all it would take to send him away is simply tell him that he is fired.
No, the boy Malachi.
You want to send away a scion of the line? For that, you would have to speak directly with Lord Malbane himself.
Hmm.
That's definitely beyond my abilities or authority, sir.
So more than £5 for the boy to be taken away. Yes.
That I cannot comment on. You would have to speak to Mortimer about that.
Well, give me the extra 5 note, and I'll see what I can negotiate with this tramp.
Mm.
And it's like you can see that he hates the idea of actually handling money. It's so beneath him. Others handle money for him.
Let's see if we've got that on in here. Petty cash has been running a bit low. It needs to refresh. Unfortunately, all that is left in the accounts at the time are a few coins that's worth, let's see, £1, 3 shillings, and 8 pence.
It'll have to do, Current. Put it in a pouch for me, and I'll take it with.
Into it, sure.
That's how you carry them coins, yeah?
Yes, they are accepted at all businesses as a medium of exchange of legal debt. But sure, I'll just get a simple little cloth sack to put it all into, and there you go, sir.
Excellent. Good man, Current. Go back to your books.
Will do.
Excellent. So, let's see here. So,
And I will make up a brief note. So he says, Vartel of you withdrew this bunch of cats from the Malbane family coffers, and I will deliver to Mortimer, or at least leave it for him to find on his bed or whatever. Just even let him know so he's aware of what's going on.
excellent. Cool. So actually, we're gonna go back to Reynolds for a second. Reynolds, you are just doing your thing, just doing your duty. You're picking up poop at this point, and that's when you hear the clap, 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 and that's that. And suddenly everything goes black. So we'll leave you there for a second.
That's not good.
Yes, let's step over to Stephanie and Rufus. And you're kind of going down this passageway, and again, it seems like as others have experienced in the passageways, that there's no real logic to them. Like, you could be going straight and find yourself on a completely different floor. If you were going to end up at this spot, there should have been more bends or something, that kind of thing. There's no logic to these passages, and you kind of get to the end of the passage. It apparently only goes one place. And as you kind of, Rufus kind of pushes on the door, and you hear this, you hear someone is inside. So do you like let him push it open? Are you gonna stop him?
Let's listen.
Worst mistake here. he kind of like lets it, but he kind of, instead of like pushing all the way up, he like lets it that, so it's unlatched, but it's not, it's kind of leaning on that latch, ready to be closed again. And you don't see, there's not really much light coming from. It's the dimmest of light. It's like like one of the older not, I suppose not older fashioned at this point, but it's like a like a gas, or not a gas lamp, an oil lamp type of thing. Maybe two of them flickering. You can even smell the carbon of the lamp black in them. And inside you hear a little this, a little that. Spices. Add the spices ever so slowly and mix them in. Mix them in. And then comes the mince. Tucks that in. You tucks that in and you put it in the dough. And you turn the dough. And you can hear like this racket as things are being shuffled from one place to another. Like, and then you wrap the dough. And pinch it on each side. Just pinch it. And then sprinkle it with some more of the spice. Yes, the salt. And there's we go. Another meal ready. He's like, someone there? Someone there? And Rufus is immediately looking to Stephanie. Like,
Yes, as a matter of fact, my name is Stephanie Danker, and this is Rufus. I'm kind of like pulling the door open, possibly against Rufus's slightly trembling hand, and you must be the cook that I've heard so much about.
and that's where the kind of like the camera would see like the door opening, and it kind of, instead of like looking into what it reveals, it follows the opening of the door till it's completely open, and that's where the scene ends. And that's where it'll end this session. A little early, but still.
Please tell me you see like a little bit of a like dress or something like that, or
This is called a
Yeah.
cliffhanger.
Whoever
Wait,
the
was
cook-
it a male
whoever
voice
the
or a
cook may
female
have been
voice?
talking to.
Was it what?
What was it? Was it a deeper voice or a higher voice?
You would have to say, if you had to guess
What kind of
before you
voice
see
is
this
it?
figure, which you will next session. It's a deeper voice for certain.
That's what I thought with the scarlet cake. The secret passage leads to the kitchen.
So
Ah.
so just as a note on Mr. Reynolds / Steve, Steve won't be able to join us next week, so this is the excuse for him not being here. He's going to be Mr. Reynolds will be in the hospital nearby, recuperating for at least a week.
Probably after going over a rail or something.
Or something like that.
A balcony.
As
I send you a chat as well.
Oh, cool.
They handle.
He needed to go to the hospital because you surprised Mr. Current and he thought you were Miss Croft. Oh my god. So again, a little abrupt, but I this is kind of where I want to get ready for the next session. So again, Steve won't be able to join us, so I want to explain his absence, Reynolds' absence, and I definitely want to put a cliffhanger on the scene of the scene with the cook finally, after all this suspicion and whatnot as to what the hell goes down there, and there may or may not be a wedding next time. We'll see how this goes. That'll be episode 9.
This is magnificent. I was literally going to have Rufus send me down the dumbwaiter, but the secret passage did all the work for me.
Yes. Philip has had a very strange obsession with the cook this entire campaign, which I admire greatly.
Okay, is it really that strange when there's this unseen, invisible cannibal that lives at the bottom that no one questions, and we don't know how they got there?
The strange part
I feel like
is
that's the most
asking.
normal.
The strange part is going to find out more.
Oh, it's insane on all sides, really.
Yes.
So excellent. Good session, guys. I'm glad to have us back. And again, hiatus is a good thing to have every now and then. It's nice, but it's nice to be back in the saddle. You know, I am kind of. I feel like I'm a little off this session, trying to get back into the Bedlam Hall mindset. But I'm hoping to be there by next week, and of course for the finale, the week after, episode 10.
You'll have to let me know when you upload next week, so I can.
I'll absolutely do that. Yep. Oh, and that's a great segue into, in order to know when I upload stuff, subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the little bell there, and you'll be told whenever I pop up new stuff. I have to pay Steve $20 for that segue. So that's okay. It's well spent.
Don't actually know if I've ever subscribed.
The pain. All right. On that note, good session. Again, I'm glad to have the gang back together. I'm sorry we'll be missing Steve next episode, but I really want to stay on schedule from this point forward because I got other stuff brewing. As much as we'll miss Steve, so let's say good night for now, Steve. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Good night,
and have fun. Jason, good session. You're hydrated and in rare form as always. Good job.
Hydrated is common form for me.
Yeah, I would really be suspicious and concerned have you not been have at least 3 gallons of liquids around you at all times.
But yeah, a wedding next time. Oh, this will be fun.
Oh yeah, nothing could possibly go wrong with that.
What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst? Oh my god.
It's a wedding. It's
Oh man,
happy, right?
Yep. And then we have Philip, the ever inquisitive Philip.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much do it to myself, right? Like I go looking for these horrible things, and then I find them. Yeah.
This is literally the game to do that.
Anyway,
this is literally the roleplay game you want to be doing that.
Yes.
So it's pretty much expected.
Y'all be more like Electo, be less like Bartholomew. just be yourself and live your life, and don't try to bribe people with insultingly small sums of money.
I just love it. Well, I mean, just what I was thinking of that, it's like rich people don't even understand what things cost. So maybe that seems like a lot of money to a poor person to him, you know? So it's like, yeah, it's one of those. So yes, excellent. Thank you again for all. You're awesome as well, Philip. I appreciate I like Miss Denker. I'm definitely trying to figure her out still. I think she has a lot of, I think she has a lot to show us yet. So I'm looking forward to that. So thank you.
You're welcome. I'm looking forward to it too.
Excellent.
Good to be back.
Absolutely. On that note, I'm Scott's Case Files. If you're watching this on Twitch, think of following, subscribing, all that kind of stuff. All my social medias in the about. If you're watching this on YouTube, we've already gone through that. Thanks to Steve's segue. Yeah, follow, hit the little bell to be alerted, Steve, when I put new stuff out there. Which is weekly. I put 1 to 2 videos out every single week, mostly actual plays and other stuff, but I'm desperately trying to get myself motivated to do the for YouTube stuff also, so you'll see more of that. Anyway, thank you for watching Bedlam Hall. I'm really loving this, and I missed the game, and it's coming back, and I'm really looking forward to the final 2 episodes. So thank you for taking this journey with us, and we'll see you next week. And in the meantime, take care, do good things, be good in the world, don't be a Malbane, and go forth and do no harm. And we'll see you then. Bye for now.